welcome. I'm your host, Steve Johnson, and today's show, I'll be talking with two people about the gun law control in America, or the DLC. Moving on, we have Karen in the studio with us today. Karen works for the government as an analysis expert for the DLC, or the Gun Law Control Center. Karen, what is the legislative basis of gun laws in America?
In addition to these federal gun laws, all state government and some local governments have their own laws that regulate firearms. In the United right to keep and bear arms is protected by a thing called the Second Amendment to the United States Constitution. Differing interpretations the amendment have fueled a long-running debate over gun control legislation and the rights of individual citizens to buy, own and carry firearms.
And Karen, how many gun-related deaths were children?
Thus far in 2020, there have been unintentional shootings by over 220 children. This has resulted in 92 deaths and 135 injuries. Children were killed more than once a week in 2017 under similar tragic circumstances. A loaded gun and an adult attention lapse presenting prosecutors with a vexing question.
And moving on, Karen, what are your views on the political situation in the US?
I think that Trump is a big believer in the Second Amendment, but he also thinks that we need to make a background check on people. I support the idea, but at the same time, I think we need to do more.
Moving on, our next guest is Lars Branson from Illinois. Lars, welcome to the show. And first on, I'd like to ask you, what do you think about the laws, and do you see any open carry in your everyday life as it is legal in Illinois?
In my everyday experience, I don't see a lot of people go openly with firearms, but when I see it, I get a little scared because of the way the people are acting when they are armed. I think it's important that people have the right to go around with firearms because you have to feel safe.
And in comparison to what Karen said earlier, have you seen any children die due to firearm violence?
Happily I haven't, but I'm afraid that one day I'm going to, due to the situation in the state I'm living in. Because there's a lot of gun violence where I live, and it's more and more often than ever.
And Lars, what are your views on the political situation in the US right now as the presidential election is coming up?
If it's up to me, I will vote on Joe Biden because I think it has escalated in the modern time, and I think people are abusing the Second Amendment in the wrong way.
Alright, thank you Lars and Karen for coming in today, and that is all for tonight. Have a good night.
When I see experience, I don't see a lot of